Reporting is key for any project you work on. This includes not only reporting at the end of the project, but also documenting your work in progress throughout the project as well. This video will focus on the different aspects of reporting and how to go about each one. Sometimes we can get so focused on completing a project that we forget to document our progress. Documenting our progress helps us look back on what we have done and can help us show our project to others. Let's look at a few examples of documenting your progress. First, let's talk about taking photos. Taking photos and videos throughout your project is important. Not only are they a great way to visually show what your project is about, but they can be used for social media, promotion of your project, final reports, and recruitment for future projects in your community. Some best practices include taking photos and videos of participants in your project. This could be done through bringing participants together in one group and taking a photo, or getting action shots of participants working on the project. You can also show progress photos of your project. This could include taking photos of the materials and resources, photos of the project itself, and even the end results. Videos that include participants, different aspects of the project, and action or moving parts can also be interesting to post. Try to ensure that all photos and videos are of good quality so they can be used for reports and social media, and that the quality will not be affected by the size. Another helpful reminder is to make sure that you have permission from anyone you are going to take photos or videos of, and that they have given consent to having the photos or videos shared publicly. So now let's take a look at the YES Alumni Report, which you'll fill out whenever you complete an alumni project. The report includes details about your project, including the title, city, venue, and date. You'll also include the alumni organizers, the alumni who participated in the project, any participants who are affiliated with U.S. government-sponsored exchanges, such as Peace Corps or Fulbright, and anyone else involved in the project. Then you'll write a short description of the project and share if it is related to your YES experience. For example, you might have gotten involved with environmental volunteering in the U.S. and continued that through an environmentally focused alumni project. You'll also indicate how the event was funded and share a link to photos from the project. Please make sure that this link is publicly accessible. You should also indicate any themes or program goals that your project fits within. So now let's talk a little bit about best practices for writing reports. First, cover the basics. This includes the who, what, where, when, why, how much, and how many. Emphasize your role as alumni in the project. Include key quantifiable information, such as number of volunteers, participants, and even beneficiaries. Be concise, focus on the impact and success of the event. Include links to photos, social media posts, and blog posts. Give credit to those who supported the activity, such as the U.S. Embassy, facilitators, speakers, alumni, and other participants, and include their name and job title. Be objective and stay away from personal statements, such as everyone had lots of fun. The report should be based on fact. Report on what happened. So now let's take a look at an alumni report example. Let's look at this example and identify what is wrong with it. We watched a video about climate change and discussed with 36 youth between the ages of 9 to 18 about how they can do their part in fighting against it. Then we painted cotton bags with the participants, and they said they will use those cotton bags for going to the supermarket and use that instead of the plastic bags that are usually given to customers. The event was so much fun. So now pause the video for a moment to think about how this report could be better. So now let's look at what are some areas that could be improved. First, this example is written in the first person. It is also not objective and uses personal statements such as this event was so much fun. We also need to know a little bit more of details such as where did the event take place and when did the event take place. We also did not understand the goal of the event as it's not explicitly stated. So once you have finished your project, we would also like to hear about it. You can submit a story about your project on the YES program website. On this page, you can also find best practices when writing your story. Some best practices outlined on this page include stories should have a beginning, middle, and end, and include the who, what, where, when, and why of the story. There is also a time in your story to introduce yourself, your topic, any people in your story, and where and when the story takes place. In the middle of your story, expand on the details of your story. Were you faced with a challenge? Were you able to find a resolution? Did something surprising happen? And at the end of your story, stories often end with a lesson learned, action, future goal, or continued interest in the exchange experience. These are just a few best practices that will help you with your writing and will help you write your story and get it submitted. Now that you've learned about reporting, review the alumni report and then move on to the next video to learn about project sustainability.